this is the tree we're removing. This picture was taken a while back because when we show up today, there won't be a single needle on the tree, pretty much. It died over the summer, and you can kind of tell how steep the hill is. So the client's super nice for having us out today. We've got the permit secured. We're going to be really paying attention to their nice landscapes. And we're parking the grapple right here. And then I'll probably go up. We'll see if we can actually grapple out some of these branches one by one, because I think, Russ, you're going to be able to grab those. I'll go up, probably lower the top down, make a little cushion here for some of the rounds, and then once the trunk gets into range, we'll be able to just grapple that right into the truck.
I was asking about the trees, like, oh yeah, we'll do all that. But yeah, that was day one at work, and it's been great. And it did make a great picture. Just keep an eye out. I've really noticed it's darker. It's wet, of course. We've had a number of tree failures. That even means, like, when you're getting out there on a limb, just because it's not windy, doesn't mean that there's not a chance that that thing can snap on you. So just watch yourselves out there on the trees.
And I'll get a high tie-in so I can lower these.
Yeah, about 15 years ago, the hemlock tree was diagnosed with having Phytophthora, and it's been in decline for a long time, and finally last season the tree died. That's a common disease that affects the hemlocks in this area. And I knew it had to be repaired, and we got bids from multiple contractors to remove the tree, and we were most impressed with the proposal that Seattle Tree Care provided. Well, this is the first time we've taken a tree down of this size, and it's probably as old as the house, which was built in the 30s. So it's a 90-year-old tree. And one of the reasons we chose Seattle Tree Care was the permitting process is rather onerous, and Seattle Tree Care was willing to do that as well.
Seattle is full of rainy days and steep hills, so one way that we can ensure that the grapple truck, when it's parked on the hill, isn't going to slide is we tether it to another rig. It's about to come tight, a little more. Yeah. This is some AM steel, a little bit of peace of mind. The client is extremely conscientious about their plants, and we really respect that. And I can show you, it's called a California lady slipper, super rare.
There's about 600 species of orchids people don't know about, and they used to be available from commercial growers, but not anymore.
Right under these is the really rare orchid. So it's our job as an arborist to protect that and to safely remove this enormous western hemlock.
Big branches.
So how much can this line hold exactly? Because I'm looking at it and it doesn't seem too thick.
It's stronger than steel, I know that. Yeah.
Well, my poor little car is the one that's going to suffer if it breaks.
That makes a great shot. Look at that, the fairies are
heading out to Bainbridge. There are a lot of ships going by. Okay, Peter, what time is it?
9:10.
Okay, 9:10, here we go. Nice. First branch. So we just, we're going branch by branch here, and that's how we take these things down. So rather than a face cut, I really like to tear these branches off, and got the client's little copper gutter roof over there, so we want to swing this thing to the right. There we go. You're like the ground crew 3000 here. This is awesome. What's cool about branches here, you can count the rings, and you can see just how old this tree was when it was this tall. So these rings go right back to when it was, what am I, 30 feet up? Dude, we've like grappled all but 3 branches. Okay, so we're getting up there. The branches are getting a little lighter. I think I can free fall this guy. Oh, there's a tugboat pushing a Washington State ferry north. Maybe it had an engine problem or something.
Today we're going to be using our lift truck to go up to the top of these birch trees here and remove some areas that are infested with the birch boring beetle.
It's birch borer beetle infestation, which is starting to become really common in the city of Seattle. When a birch tree is infected with this beetle, it will start to experience a branch dieback, and that will start from the upper canopy and work its way down.
We've already treated them with a sort of insecticide that gets absorbed through the roots. So today we're trying to get rid of any places the larvae might still exist, and hopefully keep these trees alive for many more years. I'll get that later. Hit it! Birch loves to hang up.
So it's not the most exhilarating thing that you can do in tree work, but a lot of the times when you're working in a city, specifically like a pretty dense part of the city with a lot of traffic, and you're working on trees in such a way that requires you to close down the sidewalk and set up a lot of cones and be incredibly aware of traffic, it takes a lot of communication and awareness to keep your eyes up and making sure that some of these drivers don't just kind of sneak by you.
Okay, headache. Yeah. All right. Send him through.
Because worst case scenario, they go by and something's coming out of the tree and it strikes them. So it's never really a good thing and always something we want to watch out for.
Okay, clear.
All right, I'm throwing this one in the bucket.
Car coming through. All clear. Okay, all clear. A larger area like this where we've got multiple intersections of residences, people going to and from work as we get later into the day. Really all just depends on where you're at. Sometimes you're in an alleyway and some people just need to get in and out of their homes, and sometimes you're on a major artery for this area and you're constantly watching out for traffic, and that can require 1, 2, or even more people than that. Which way are you going? Man, a blinker would be helpful. You coming this way?
Plywood on my car. Can someone move it, please?
Yeah, absolutely. If you need to pull out, we were just doing that to protect it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's mostly up on the cones. It's
Okay. Yeah, no.
just so if something were to bounce down right there, that
Gotcha. Doesn't bounce in, it bounces off.
yeah,
Thank you.
of course.
Much less dead up here than there was before. I hope this tree survives. All right, so we got a little hanger here. Actually, it's a pretty big hanger. Got hung up because that's what birch does. So I'm just gonna give it a little gentle nudge. All right, headache coming down. All right, clear. Today we got some dead tops out of these birch trees behind me. They were infected with the birch boring beetle and caused the tree to die from the top down. So we took a substantial amount of material, dead material, out of the tree to make it safer for people on the roadway, the sidewalk, and the homeowners who have a house right under the trees. So we're going to further treat these with a chemical that will kill the beetle larvae, and hopefully these trees can keep living for several more years. One of the hazards we had today was the traffic control. It's not a super busy street, but there are definitely cars and pedestrians going by. So we marked off a good work zone, closed off the sidewalk temporarily, and had 2 of the ground guys doing traffic control to hold up cars or let them pass through, since the road was a bit of a drop zone. In addition to the birch pruning and safety mitigation, hazard mitigation for that, we also pruned this nice cherry tree the clients have in their yard. It's a pretty old tree. I'd venture, I guess, maybe 80 years. And we didn't do too much to it, just sort of got it off their gutters, got it off the house, and then raised it a little bit off the sidewalk so people can walk by unencumbered. This tree has a really cool structure, a nice shape, and we don't want to do anything to alter that significantly.
right. Cool, this is what it's all about. Look at that view out there. We're right here near the top. And because of all the delicate plants, we're gonna go ahead and lower this down. I'm doing what's called self-lowering. So I'll be controlling the rope with this hand and then cutting over here. Look at that. We've made a nice little brush pile. So I've got the option to either chunk this wood into the pile, or I could put it out into the grapple truck.
I wanted to tell you that there was a coyote that came by right here. I just wanted to tell you there was a coyote that walked by.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
There was a coyote that walked by along the walkway just maybe a half an hour ago. So keep your eyes out for the coyote.
Oh yeah, we saw it across the street.
Okay, so it's left. I was
Yeah.
just like, just want you to know.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just pruning this plum off the court, so I think once we're done, if it's okay, I'll just come around and grab those branches. Cool. Thank you.
There's a coyote? That's awesome. Okay, big headache coming down. Hey, Peter or Emma, do we have a 36-inch saw that's sharp? So the reason I just swapped saws, I like climbing with a saw called a 200, and this is a 661 36-inch bar. We're running full skip on the chisel grind. Looks sharp, and the ground crew was nice enough to send it up running, so it's all warmed up. The tree in the beginning there, that was all using a 200T chainsaw. Great at limbing, smaller chainsaw for smaller wood. And then we've gotten down here, and you can see, yeah, look at those growth rings. It's getting a little bigger. This is a 36-inch bar, and you know, it may not be 36 now, but soon enough I'll be down there at that 18-inch stump that we want to leave for the client. So why not just go with one saw transfer rather than having two? And I'll probably get down to about where my feet are, and then Russell will be able to reach and grab the chunk. So here we go. Boy, that's full extension, huh? Pretty close. Huh, maybe I'll take one more. Squeeze that.
Looking good. That's another little western hemlock growing. It's cool looking. Yeah, might as well tighten it up. The weight's feeling okay? Okay. Yeah, once you pick it up, you own it. All you. And no stump grind. Yeah, no stump grind on this one. Little squirt boom that shoots out, and Russell brought up a good point. It's kind of the leverage of the main and second boom. And what he did is he extended the squirt boom and then brought that elbow higher. So it'd be almost like reaching into a cookie jar and picking something up that way versus like going flat out. And we were cutting small chunks, and then maybe I got a little greedy. And I got, what is this? It's probably 4 feet, and this is a 36-inch bar. So we're getting into, 28, 30-inch wood. The weight of a circle, or the volume of a tree like this, the weight goes up exponentially. So just an inch larger in the diameter, and it can just really increase the overall weight of this chunk. So okay, nice and easy. Here we go. Heaviest chunk. Good teamwork. Thanks so much for watching. This is really fun to share this with you guys. And one of the cool things about you all watching is in the comments below, if you were to come up with a great name for this program. Right now we're Seattle Tree Care Arborists. You guys got any cool names? This is episode 3, and we're really hoping to do a whole bunch more. So what do you guys think? Comments below. Appreciate it. Thanks. Hope I don't have to do a retake of that.